Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing some showers and storms across Delmarva this morning. Otherwise, we're looking at a hot and humid trend as we end July and even hotter weather to start the month of August. I'll track the temperatures on Futurecast coming up.
Blowback against wind farm, the opposition on Tuesday, and the decision made by Sussex County Council on a key piece to the proposed project off of our coast.
The van came up and never stopped. At speed, he plowed into the back end of the pickup truck that was already stopped in traffic.
That's what one eyewitness saw. We're going to go over the injuries and the charges from a fiery crash on Tuesday.
Paris pollution problem, the cause of this dirty water and the impact it is having to the Olympic schedule.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Wednesday, July 31st, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, final day of July.
Yes.
I'm going positive here,
Okay.
Paige, because I still think we got plenty of summer left.
We do. There is still plenty of summer left.
Yeah.
And I go kind of based off meteorological fall, like Bob.
Oh, you do?
I do. And that's not
I go
until
by
September.
the MAC calendar.
I know. The MAC calendar, it's a little bit of everything, right, guys? It's like weather, sports schedules,
Yeah.
training camps. It's like this.
TV watching.
TV, and then it's like what he's feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, happy face, sad
All
face.
mixed into one big schedule. But yeah, we do have some
There
fun.
is a subscription fee for that calendar.
Yeah, if you want to try it out. If you want to do more meteorological, that's September 1st is fall. So we still have over a
Yeah,
month.
we still got plenty of time.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Well, it's not going to feel like fall, according to Bob, so let's bring him in now. Good morning, Bob.
Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite, guys. Good morning. No, it's going to be feeling like summer in a big way the next several days. Now, we are watching a few showers and storms moving through the area this morning. Much of Sussex County is dry. We've seen a few showers, but there is a thunderstorm moving through Milford right now. Maybe some heavier rain and lightning there. Also east of Chincoteague, seeing some heavier rain and some lightning strikes. Otherwise, we're seeing these showers and storms continuing to press to the east. And once these move off, then it should be pretty quiet as we go through the day. We are watching a disturbance to the west, so that's what's kicking off these showers and storms. Temperatures for the most part in the low to mid 70s. It's mild, it's muggy out there, and once we get rid of the showers and storms this morning, then we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, and those temperatures rise pretty quickly through the 80s by noon into the mid to upper 80s, and then getting close to 90 around 2 o'clock. 70s at the beaches. Could pop up another stray shower or storm into the afternoon, but temperatures in the lower 90s, a little cooler at the coast. With those temperatures near 90 this afternoon and the humidity, it will be feeling like mid-90s. So we've got another heat wave on the way. I'll talk about that and what your weekend holds in store coming up in just a few moments.
All right, thank you, Bob. The proposed offshore wind project for our coast, it's a story we've been covering for years. And on Tuesday, we saw another delay for those trying to get the wind turbines built. Sussex County Council decided to defer a vote on a conditional use permit to construct a large electric substation near the Indian River Power Plant. Also on Tuesday, small protest was organized in the county seat of Georgetown expressing opposition to the wind farm. This comes one day after the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management determined the impact of the wind turbines to marine life and birds would be minimal. No word yet on when a decision on the permit will take place, and we'll have more on both sides of this debate later on CoastTV News Today.
All right, we're going to go now to a live look in Paris, the Arc de Triomphe. I hope I said that correctly. The Olympics still going on. However, the games, they hit a bit of an unexpected speed bump Tuesday.
Yeah, Paige, the men's triathlon at the Paris Olympics, it was postponed Tuesday as pollution levels in the Seine River remain too high. Now, World Triathlon says the race is set for today, immediately after the women's event. The decision, it was a bit of a blow to organizers who previously said they were confident water quality would improve in time for the race after some heavy rains last Friday and Saturday dirtied the river.
All right, well, we continue with our coverage of the 2024 Olympic Games. And on your screen, we're going to show you the current medal count after Tuesday's event. Team USA still leads the pack with a total of 26 medals altogether. Yesterday helped them out a lot. Japan's coming in at #1 for most gold medals so far. Again, you're going to see some of those results right there on your screen. Rounding out your top 9 countries include South Korea and Italy, both with a total of 11 medals. Canada has a total of 6.
And with all the excitement in Paris, we want to find out what Delmarva's favorite summer game is. We chose some favorite sports, all of which can be watched right here on Coast TV over the next 2 weeks. So we're now in round 2, and you can see on your screen gymnastics beat equestrian, about gymnastics, surfing, and swimming. There are just a couple summer games that moved forward in round 2.
This is going to be a tough one. Let's take a look at some current face-offs in the round. Oh, yeah, there it is. You just mentioned it. Gymnastics and surfing. I'm not that surprised gymnastics is winning. It tends to be a favorite every year.
I feel like that's a traditional sport.
Yeah.
That's one that gets the most ratings. Surfing, I feel, is one of the newer ones, the last couple Olympic cycles. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Paige.
Very cool. Don't forget, choose your favorite teams. Go to coasttv.com/vote. There's a lot of face-offs happening right now in this second round.
And Olympic Zone continues tonight on Coast TV. This is a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. Some really cool behind-the-scenes features. It sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games. All this happening exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 p.m. during the games. All
right, as we move on this morning, a Virginia Beach man is now facing charges after Delaware State Police say they arrested him for what's described as aggravated menacing at the Delaware State Fair. According to police, it was July 27th at 11:45 p.m. Troopers responded to a hit-and-run crash in the cow parking lot at the State Fair. Before troopers arrived, they were told the 2 drivers involved in the crash were arguing, and one displayed a gun and then took off in a black Honda Pilot. When officers arrived at that scene, they learned the suspect, 37-year-old Joseph Kellogg, pointed a gun at a victim during the argument about the crash and then drove away. Thankfully, though, nobody was hurt.
This morning, Delaware State Police will continue work in determining the cause of a crash that killed a 77-year-old scooter driver from Lewis. This happened Monday at 4:42 p.m. It was on Clay Road near Marsh Road. That's the area that we're showing you right now on your screen. And officials say a Honda Accord was making a left turn onto Marsh Road right into the scooter's path. Because of this, state police say the front of the scooter hit the Honda and the driver of the scooter was thrown into the street. The 19-year-old Honda driver was not hurt.
And another crash in Sussex County on Tuesday. A van crashed into the Vineyards apartment complex on Route 9 in Lewis, and then it caught fire. A black truck was seen by neighbors in the ditch on the other side of Route 9 with some damage. We spoke with one person who lives in the complex and saw what happened.
The van came up and never stopped. At speed, he plowed into the back end of the pickup truck that was already stopped in traffic, pushed the pickup truck across into the oncoming traffic.
We don't have any word just yet on any injuries.
Popular area for surfing has been seeing more than just waves of late. It's the area around the Indian River Inlet. Trash and other junk being found in the water. The north side of the inlet is littered with slabs of asphalt, concrete, wood with rusted nails, and other leftovers from one of the older renditions of the Charles W. Cullen Bridge. One surfer who has been teaching kids how to ride the waves for the past 7 years explains how he gets them through the day safely.
You have to be super aware, and as a teacher of a surf school, we have to explain to the kids, don't land feet first in the water. Be careful when you're coming up on the beach because you'll scrape your knees up. We had somebody scrape their knee up yesterday.
And Denmark received a grant to cover all the debris with sand, but sand has eroded away over the past 5 years, which has led to all the wreckage resurfacing on the shore.
All right, the latest now on the race for the White House. Polls showing Kamala Harris closing that gap a bit with Donald Trump.
Yeah, NBC's Susan McGinnis shows us the campaign's ramping up and the efforts both sides are taking to discredit the other.
The race for the White House in full swing.
Georgia, it is so good to be back, and I am very clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state.
Vice President Kamala Harris hitting Georgia Tuesday, continuing her swing through the South today in Houston. Both presidential contenders trying to court black voters. Former President Trump in Chicago today at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention. His running mate J.D. Vance in Nevada before he heads to the border Thursday, attacking Harris and White House immigration policy.
She is dangerously liberal, and thanks to the people in this room, she is never going to be the president of the United States.
Trump defending Vance's comments about childless women when he called some Democratic lawmakers cat ladies.
He feels family is good, and I don't think there's anything wrong in saying that.
Polls show the two sides in a dead heat, dueling ads hitting the airwaves.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us.
As a prosecutor, she put murderers and abusers behind bars.
Two contenders for president hammering home their messages less than 100 days to Election Day. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
All right, we're just getting started this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, Paige, coming up, seal sighting sources will tell you what the Mare Institute says to do if you spot a seal on our beaches.
Also ahead, a library leveling up the language, how the Milford Public Library says access to more language is impacting the community for the better.
And new projects at State Park. We look at some that are being proposed for Cape Henlopen. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
There are many details that shouldn't be overlooked when buying or selling your coins. Mint mark, date, and condition are all factors in determining a coin's value. Don't get ripped off. Find someone reputable who can answer your questions and pay you top dollar on the spot. Look to see if they broadcast current values live and if they use Graysheet for determining your coin's value.
To learn more about Robinson's family of businesses, the coin and jewelry experts, visit Delmarva Experts on WBOC.com.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
This summer, Lewis is your go-to destination for live music. Rocking the Docks brings you the best tunes from soulful sounds to classic vibes. There's something for everyone. Plus, enjoy food trucks and explore our vendor market at every show. Don't miss out on beautiful sunsets and great tunes. And don't forget to bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under are free. Rocking the Docks, your summer soundtrack. Tickets on sale now at rockingthedockslewis.com.
The Great American Getaway is just around the corner. Down the river, across the park, through the trees, up the street, around the bend, over the bridge, and all across Pennsylvania. So if you're ready for a weekend adventure like no other, we're happy to show you the way. Pennsylvania, the Great American Getaway.
5:12 on our Wednesday morning. Bay Health Cam in Dover. You're dry right now, but you have a thunderstorm to your south between Riverview and Milford, seeing some vivid lightning there, some brief heavy rain as these storms are moving to the east. Much of Sussex County seeing some clouds. I think we're quiet here. We've seen some bigger storms off the coast of Chincoteague and maybe a few sprinkles for the eastern shore, but this disturbance continues to press to the east, and eventually we'll get into clearing skies. It's muggy out there. Temperatures in the 70s, some upper 60s along the coast. So here's your golf forecast. As far as the putting goes, it's good. I left it a little short because it's going to be humid this afternoon. It's not excellent. 91, and with the humidity feeling like mid to upper 90s out there. So stay hydrated with water and make sure you find some shade on the golf course this afternoon.
Good advice, Bob. Thanks for that. Happening today, look at potential upgrades for Cape Henlopen State Park. This will be reviewed at a workshop, and some of the projects are the construction of a new park office, campground improvements, and creating a beach bathhouse with larger capacity. The workshop will be at the Officers Club from 6 to 7:30 p.m. 2 Millsboro Road closures happening next week that drivers should be aware of. Starting next Monday, Fox Run Road between Patriots Way and Betts Pond Road, that'll be closed through August 26th. And during that time, crews will be working on the North Millsboro bypass. And then on Tuesday, Autumn Road at Branch Road will be closed. And you can see that area right there on your screen. Crews will be installing sewer lines until Wednesday, August 21st.
The Federal Reserve is widely expected to hold interest rates steady at its two-day meeting that wraps up today. Officials, they've signaled that they'll begin to lower interest rates hopefully in September. After today's meeting, though, economists will listen closely to Chair Jerome Powell's news conference for maybe some hints about future rate cuts. Inflation, though, still remains above target, but it has been easing a bit. Sales at Starbucks, though, those are taking a nosedive. The coffee chain reported a 2% drop in sales for certain stores in North America. Those sales, of course, boosted by their higher prices. Some analysts say those prices, though, are exactly the problem. They point out as the prices climb, more consumers, they're going to make coffee at home or they're going to find it at a cheaper restaurant. Fair enough. All right, still ahead this morning, library levels up language, how a new grant will provide more access to different languages at the Milford Public Library.
Now we're seeing some stars and clouds on our Spice Brothers cam in Salisbury right now. 73 degrees, another round of heat on the way to end July and begin August. I'll tell you how hot it gets and if we'll see more rain in the days to come. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Rock Station, 93.5, The Beach.
I am proud to lead our personal injury and nursing home neglect practices, but that's not all we do. Call my partners Heidi Gilmore and Michelle Lenz for your real estate needs. For your land use and government issues, call Glenn Mendalis and John Pardee, and Kevin Baird and Barbara Danberg for estate plans. We also litigate medical malpractice cases, construction disputes, contract cases, and class actions. Check out our practice areas on our website, Bear Mendalis Brockstead Federico. Right lawyers, right now.
The sound you hear is your house being eaten away by termites. When you've seen one, it's already too late and the damage has begun. To avoid permanent damage and to keep your home protected for years to come, call the specialist at Bennett Termite and Pest Solutions. We have the tools, technology, and experience that has raised the termite control and treatment standards on Delmarva. Call the experts at Bennett Termite today.
Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Behind every champion, there's a force that never wavers. It's the voice that whispers, keep going, when the world says, give up. At County Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your unwavering support, like a coach who sees your potential, like a parent who believes in your dreams. We're here to help you reach for greatness, because your success is our success. County Bank, supporting champions in life every day. County Bank, member FDIC.
Go Glass. Repair, replace, upgrade, or enhance. Go Glass is your go-to for everything glass, friendly and fast. From our Infinity insulated glass windows that we bake right here on Delmarva, to auto glass, and from shower doors to beautiful glass railings, even screen porches and patio doors. Go Glass is your one-stop shop for everything glass, friendly and fast. Online at go-glass.com. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company. Go Glass.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:17, and you are looking live at Ocean City, starting our morning there at one of the waterways. Looks pretty quiet right now, and Bob, you are tracking a jump up in temperatures for today.
Yes, we are, Matt. Not only today, but we're going to segue from July into August with those hot temperatures as well. And I've been tracking 90-degree heat now. Year to date, what I did is I crunched some numbers from last year and this year, and I added up the days that we hit 90 or higher, and they're pretty close. Last year, we had 16 days of 90s through July 31st, and this year, 17 days, so just one more. I mean, it's felt a lot hotter this year. Maybe that heat is just a little more intense, and it will be in the days to come. Feels like temperatures today, you'll want to use caution, feeling like 97, but then we're in the triple digits on Thursday, feeling like 101 there, 102 Friday, 101 Saturday, so use extreme caution in the heat, and then not as bad on Sunday, feeling like 95. Now, before we get to the heat today, we're dealing with some storms out there. We had one move through Milford. Looks like that's weakening as it's heading towards Delaware Bay right now across Sussex County. We're looking at, we'll call it clouds and some stars out there, and some weakening storms moving off the coast as well. A little disturbance is kicking off these showers, so we can't rule out a few more showers here the next couple of hours. Otherwise, it does dry out farther to our west, and we've got another heat dome building to our west, and that will be, of course, building in today and into the first few days of August. Temperatures now, we're looking at 70s out the door, and winds are light from the southwest. Here's Futurecast this morning. Any kind of storms and otherwise clouds, I think, will dissipate by late morning, mid-80s, and then by the afternoon, here come the 90s, lower 90s, and maybe a stray storm could cool you off briefly, and then those end this evening. Otherwise, overnight, very muggy and mild, 70s to begin the day on Thursday, and it's going to be a hot one heading into Thursday. By noon already, lower 90s inland, 70s and 80s at the coast, and by afternoon, look at this, 93 Salisbury back through Millsboro, around 94 in Cedar Seaford, and then 70s and 80s along the coast. Can't rule out a few stray storms later in the day. And then Friday, here we go again. A very warm and muggy start, and looking at highs, very hot around 94 in Long Neck, 92 in Seaford, but a little bit of relief along the coast. Our muggy meter, yeah, well, it's looking very humid as we go through the next several days. Looks like we do get a little break perhaps by early next week. And for the weekend, maybe have that plan B, because I think we will be looking at scattered showers and storms Saturday and Sunday as some tropical moisture comes up the coast. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, low 90s today, 94 Thursday, mostly sunny, and then a few storms on Friday, 93, more scattered storms through the weekend, cooling a little bit, 90 Saturday, 88 Sunday, and then back into the upper 80s early next week. Our umbrella winner today is Teresa Kaufman from Ocean View. Congratulations, Teresa. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Thank you, Bob. We have seen living on Delmarva the importance of being bilingual or multilingual, and now there are even more ways to improve those skills. The Milford Public Library received a grant from the Purdue Foundation. This will help with the learning of new languages. The program is called Mango Languages, and Director Lee Russell says there are up to 70 languages that can be taught.
It's a really great resource because the teachers are native speakers, and so it's a very different system than like your high school Spanish class. And so I think people respond to learning conversationally, and a lot of people that speak English as their primary language want to know other languages. And generally speaking, those resources are fairly expensive. So providing those from the library for free for our community, I think is a real benefit.
And to access the Mango language database, all you need is a Milford Public Library card.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, seal sighting sources, who to call if you find a seal along our coast, whether or not they are in distress. We'll be right back.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams from Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned starter mattress store. If you've created some valleys in your pillow top mattress over the years, and you're upset that you can't flip it, try this. Rotate it 180 degrees. You'll get more life out of your mattress and a better night's rest. But when the time comes, buying a mattress is quick and easy, so stop in today and sleep on a better bed tonight.
Mattress Peddlers.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
There are many signs that can indicate your loved ones are struggling to take care of themselves. Poor hygiene, a messy house, unexplained weight loss, the list goes on. In-home care is a delicate subject, but can greatly improve their quality of life. Express your concerns without accusing. Involve them in decisions and enlist the help of others.
Homewell Care Services provides quality in-home care 24/7 or short-term care when you need it most. To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Imagine a home that truly reflects your unique style and sophistication. Welcome to Bay to Beach Builders. Step into the brand new Idea Home and Design Studio in Greenwood, where your dream home takes shape. Select every style, every color, and every detail. Our design specialists will guide you through every step. Experience the unmatched quality of Amish craftsmanship, blended seamlessly with modern design. And the best part, our homes are surprisingly affordable, starting at under $200,000. Bay to Beach Builders. Imagine your home. Create your space. Live your life.
Their hands have always been there for you, a calming, reassuring presence, protecting, nurturing, guiding you. They've helped you find your own strength. Now you find that your hands are the ones supporting and working to ensure they are safe. That can often be challenging or even strain your relationship. With help from Commonwealth Senior Living at the Eastern Shore, you and your loved one can return focus to your relationship as parent and child, improving the lives of seniors, their families, and each other. That's the Commonwealth difference.
The Cape Shores Beach in Lewis received a visitor Monday morning. The Lewis Police Department received multiple calls for a seal that, oh my gosh, you can see right there, they look fuzzy. The Mirror Institute was contacted. They monitored the seal. Many don't know what to do, though, if they find a stranded animal. But Kate Schaefer from the National Aquarium told CoastTV exactly who to call in these cases.
So for live marine mammals and sea turtles, you're going to call National Aquarium at 410-576-3880 to report those strandings. And then a responder will come out and assess the behavior of the animal, the condition of the animal, and determine whether or not it's something that we just want to monitor or if it's an animal that's in need of rehabilitation. If you do find an animal that's unfortunately already deceased, you would call our partners at the Department of Natural Resources.
And the seal was just a few months old, was found healthy, still happily in the wild. Good news.
What an adorable looking picture there. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey back with us, and he's bringing the heat page, and I'm not talking about pitching for his beloved Mets.
Oh, you must have heard that my Mets picked up some pitching help before the trade deadline yesterday. Yes, they did. Yeah, looking good, and right on the Braves. On their heels. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, let's talk about the beaches. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, you're looking at temperatures in the 70s this morning, maybe a stray shower, and then sun and clouds and temperatures in the low 80s. Rip current threat is lower, so that's good, but still exercise caution out there. Waves around 1 to 3 feet. Lewis and Rehoboth, you're looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, close to 90 in Lewis. Cambridge, pretty hot today, close to 90 with the sunshine, and Crisfield into the mid 80s, but with that humidity, you can tack on another 5 degrees, and it's going to be stifling heat as we head into August. I'll have more on that and talk about rain chances for the weekend coming up in just a few moments.
Thank you. Also coming up after the break, calls for accountability continue. We'll tell you the latest development relating to the death of Sonia Massey and how the police sheriff is now responding.
And wind in waiting will tell you the latest delay for the offshore wind project on Delmarva. CoastTV News today. We'll be right back.
A happy place comes in many colors. One that leaves you feeling refreshed.
Thank you very much, honey.
Something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy.
Feels like home.
Hi, Dad.
Boy, am I glad to see you. That cutout is really creeping me out.
What cutout?
The 7-piece living room is $9.99. 7-piece bedrooms are $9.99, including a queen mattress set. And Symbol twin sets are still $2.19 at Mike's in Delmar.
No matter where I stand, he's looking at me.
Have you been out in the sun again? You need to calm down.
Kicker presents Ocean City Jeep Fest, August 22nd through the 25th. Ride with us. It's the ultimate Jeep experience, brought to you by Coast Country and CoastTV. Beach crawls, sand courses. We have hundreds and thousands of Jeeps descending on Ocean City. On-site sales and installations, product specials, and product specialists right there for you to check out at the convention center. Remember, this is the ultimate Jeep experience. Show and shine. Be there. Register now at OceanCityJeepFest.com.
It's always a good time to protect and improve your home's value. At Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, our highly trained experts are dedicated to creating beautiful, durable floors at a fair, honest price. And most jobs are completed in just one day. Our multi-step process uses heavy-duty, high-precision equipment to create gorgeous floors that stand the test of time. 4 times stronger than epoxy and resistant to abrasions, chemicals, and UV damage. And all residential applications are backed by a lifetime warranty. Call to schedule your free estimate. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
Now on CoastTV News.
You've been seeing some showers and storms moving across Delmarva this morning. Otherwise, the big deal is the heat and humidity building in for the end of July and into August, even hotter to start the month. I'll track the temperatures on Futurecast coming up.
Offshore wind opposition, the protest against the wind farm project, and the decision made by Sussex County Council.
A deadly scooter crash, what an investigation has revealed from a collision that took the life of a 77-year-old Lewis man.
State Park Future features. We look at some of the upgrades under consideration there at Cape Henlopen.
This is Coast TV News Today.
July 31st, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
The time is 5:29. One of the things I'm enjoying this week when I get in, fairly early in the morning, mind you, when I get in, but the Coast TV, we're re-airing some of the events from the previous day at the Olympics. Women's gymnastics was on when I came in. Your girl, Simone, rocking it.
Love Simone.
And another American using Destiny's Child's Lose My Breath as her music on the floor exercise. I'm sure our producer, Alyssa, liked that one.
I'm sure a lot of people liked that one, definitely. I think that was Jordan Childs.
I think you're right.
I think.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think back, because there was a lot of routines.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Love her.
But I can't definitively say.
Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, that was incredible watching that yesterday. But yeah, you're right. I missed even some things yesterday because I was watching gymnastics. So gotta go back and watch the others. So very exciting there. But of course that continues today, and so does the heat. So we're bringing back in Bob. What are we looking at, Bob?
The heat's coming back, guys. Good morning to you. Good morning, Delmarva. We're ending July pretty warm and really hot to start August. And out ahead of that heat, we are seeing some showers and storms out there, not in Sussex County. We had a storm go through Milford, but then it just kind of fizzled out as it moved over Delaware Bay. Also, a few more storms offshore from Chincoteague up to Ocean Pines. These continue to move away, and a few little showers popping up across the eastern shore. So we still can't rule out a few showers this morning for the next couple of hours. Then we'll get into sunshine. Then we'll get into the humidity as we go through time. It's a mild and muggy start out there. Out the door, we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 70s with a southwest breeze. So let's walk you through it. We do dry it out this morning rain-wise, but it's going to be muggy and turning hot. I think the clouds dissipate late morning, and then by midday, mid 80s, and then close to 90 into the afternoon. Could fire up an isolated shower or storm, but low 90s inland, 70s and 80s at the beaches, and feeling hotter with the humidity. UV index today brought to us by Ocean City. Very high. It's a 9. Burn time 10 minutes, so use extra caution out there. And we're in that very high range the next several days, even up to 10 by Friday. So that higher SPF, sunscreen, midday shade, limit time outdoors, and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon.
All right, thank you, Bob. For the alternative energy company attempting to build a wind farm off our coast, Tuesday was supposed to be the next step, but that was not the case after a decision by the Sussex County Council on a conditional use application.
Yeah, this would allow for the electric substation for the U.S. wind farm to be built near the Indian River Power Plant. As Coast TV News anchor Madeline Overturf shows us, neighbors say it's one step closer and too close to a wind farm they don't want.
Say no to killing our oceans. It's a swindle. Just a few sentiments from the roughly dozen people who were protesting outside Sussex County Council today.
One day it's going to affect a lot of people, and I'm just sad to see that it's going to be local. I love the beaches here, and I'd hate for us to be looking at windmills.
At the heart of this protest is a conditional use application that would allow for an electrical substation to be built next to the Indian River Power Plant, where offshore wind energy would be brought onshore. But an attorney for the applicant argues that these protesters are at the wrong spot, saying in a letter to council, quote, "The merits of wind power and the offshore turbines is not part of this conditional use application." Going on to say this application is just about if this location is, quote, "appropriate for an electrical substation," and that's it. It was noted in council today that currently Delaware does not have a contract to get this power.
This is a Maryland operation. It's paid for by the Maryland people. Any wind energy that we get out of this deal is going to go right directly to Maryland, not us. So why should we destroy our state park for the purpose of Maryland? Let Maryland destroy their own.
Though that could change, and environmentalists say this type of energy is all about change.
It's going to be benefiting people all over the place. We may have tourists coming to Delaware who want to see what these offshore wind turbines look like.
Advocates also say this project would bring clean energy to the Delmarva Peninsula. Sussex County Council deferring a vote until a later time.
To defer on conditional use 2515.
For Coast TV News, I'm Madeline Overturf.
We're now taking a live look at the Arc Day Triumph in Paris. The 2024 Olympic Games continuing today. This afternoon, one event that will likely get attention, Team USA men's basketball taking on South Sudan.
Amazing. And of course, we want to continue our coverage of the 2024 Olympic Games. So we're going to show you right now the current medal count after Tuesday's events. Team USA still leading the pack. We have a total of 26 medals altogether. Good stuff there. Japan coming in at number 1 for the most gold medals so far. Again, you see those results right there, 7 gold. And rounding out your top 9 countries, South Korea and Italy, they both have a total of 11. Canada has a total of 6 medals.
And Olympic Zone continues tonight on Coast TV. This is a show that features a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. Some really cool stuff here that sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games, all happening exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 p.m. during the games.
Delaware State Police will continue to investigate a crash that killed a 77-year-old scooter driver from Lewis. Police say the crash happened Monday at 4:42 p.m. It was on Clay Road near Marsh Road. It's that area you're looking at right there. Officials say a Honda Accord was making a left turn onto Marsh Road and was into the scooter's path. Because of this, police say the front of the scooter hit the Honda. The driver of the scooter was then thrown into the street. The 19-year-old Honda driver was not hurt.
A Virginia Beach man now facing charges after Delaware State Police say they arrested him for what is described as aggravated menacing. This was at the Delaware State Fair. According to police, on July 27th at 11:45 p.m., the troopers responded to a hit-and-run crash in the Cal parking lot at the State Fair. And before troopers arrived, they were told that 2 drivers were involved in the crash. They were arguing. One displayed a gun and then took off in a black Honda Pilot. When state police arrived on the scene, they learned that the suspect, 37-year-old Joseph Kellogg, pointed a gun at the victim during the argument about the crash and then drove away. Fortunately, after all this, nobody was hurt.
Happening right now, activists are calling for more transparency around law enforcement employment records relating to the death of Sonia Massey. This as news breaks of a past reprimand involving the deputy who shot her.
Amy Kiley shows us how activists are drawing up support and the sheriff's response.
No justice.
Fresh developments in the Sonia Massey shooting case are rolling in. The Reverend Al Sharpton is calling for the release of certain employment records. They involve when law enforcement workers change jobs or are suspended or fired. That follows the release of audio of a former employer reprimanding Sean Grayson. He's the former Sangamon County deputy charged with murdering Massey.
If we can't trust what you say and what you see, we can't have you in our uniform. When you have officers that stretch the law, they will get caught. They will get prosecuted.
Sharpton says Illinois should name such a law after Massey.
Why was he on the force when 5 other forces had to leave? What is wrong with the system?
Meanwhile, a union says it will not proceed with a grievance it filed to try to get Grayson reinstated. The Illinois Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council says it has sympathy for Massey's family.
I would have never in the world thought the police shot my mom. Like, how?
And finally, Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell says he won't step down despite calls for him to resign.
We failed Sonia. We failed Sonia's family and friends. We failed our community. And I stand here today before you with my arms wide open, and I ask for your forgiveness.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
We've got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, a coastal crush competition. Maryland and Delaware went head-to-head to determine which state makes the best. We'll show you who is now the coastal crush captain.
Looking forward to that. Also, bird battle at the yards. The early inning offense against the Blue Jays that keeps Baltimore in first place.
And potential improvements for a park. So we're telling you the projects that could be coming to Cape Henlopen State Park. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
We salute William Edward Jones. Staff Sergeant Jones, a Vietnam veteran originally from Millsboro, Delaware, demonstrated extraordinary bravery and dedication during his service. Serving with the 101st Airborne Division, notably in the Geronimo 2nd Battalion, 501st Infantry Regiment, Jones's commitment was steadfast. On his second tour in Vietnam, he tragically fell to enemy fire on July 14, 1970, after only 26 days in country. We salute his service and remember his sacrifice as an enduring part of our nation's history.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
What am I going to do with all these plants?
Boys, these plants need style.
Come on, let's boogie.
Let's find something funky, fun, and fabulous at the Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, your one-stop shop for the most unique decor on the shore, with the largest selection of pottery, art, gifts, furniture, houseware, novelties, and more.
Looking for something special?
Special orders and free local delivery are available.
That's just spiffy.
The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware, a family tradition for over 50 years.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in flooring, to ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
They worked with me, gave me different options, kept within that budget, completed it on time. Delmarva Design Center was awesome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
When style marries experience, great things happen. At that cabinet store, we work with you to design kitchens and bathrooms that look stunning and work seamlessly in your everyday life. DIY enthusiasts, contractors, or homeowners, we work with everyone in the same way, paying attention to your needs and every detail. Because your experience should be professional and personal.
That cabinet store under one roof with Matt the Carpet Guy and Imperial Granite at the Salisbury Design Center, the perfect team for your design dreams. South Salisbury Boulevard.
Ocean City Jeep Fest, Coast Country, and Coast TV present live in concert August 24th. It's going to be Jason, Michael Carroll, and Sam Grow. Openers Blake Wood and Rich LaFleur. It's a night of music with songs and stories at OC Performing Arts Center. This concert is to benefit St. Jude Children's Hospital, brought to you by Kicker, Joe's Jeep Jungle, Trail 7, Berlin IG Burton Jeep, and Livewire Media and Events. Don't miss this show and get your tickets now at etix.com. August 24th, doors open at 7 p.m.
Exactly 5:41 on this mainly cloudy Wednesday morning. Dry tech cam in Ocean City. You've got the overcast skies and showers off to your east. In Sussex County right now, we're looking at clouds, some breaks in the clouds. We had a few showers earlier, but now they're drying up. Also a storm around Milford, that's dried up, but maybe a stray shower for the eastern shore. And we're seeing more of those storms moving offshore from Maryland and Virginia. So we'll continue to see this trend with these showers beginning to wind down. Then we'll get into more sunshine later on, and then it will start to get pretty warm. Out the door, it's pretty muggy, low to mid 70s, and on the golf course, whatever you're doing outside today, make sure you stay hydrated with plenty of water. Sun and clouds, hot and humid, a high of 91, but feeling like mid to upper 90s. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Mendalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
New this morning, more housing options coming to Sussex County. A groundbreaking for workforce housing in Lewis will be the first of its kind in this city, and it'll be in this location that we're showing you here on your screen. It's located right behind the lodge at historic Lewis. The development, called Dutchman's Harvest, will bring 140 multifamily homes. It's back in 2021 that developers Ocean Atlantic first proposed the idea to the city, and according to the developers, groundbreaking will take place at 9 a.m.
Also happening today, a workshop to give the community the opportunity to share some feedback about planned projects at the Cape Henlopen State Park. Some projects to be featured include the construction of a new park office, campground improvements, and creating a beach bathhouse with a larger capacity. All this happening at the Officers Club from 6 to 7:30.
And today, this tarp will be lifted as the Baltimore Orioles get set to take on the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 4 of the series this afternoon at 12:35 p.m. And yesterday was the day of chaos. The Baltimore Orioles acquired 9 new players, and not just that, they called up Jackson Holliday from AAA. We await his return, but first let's see how the Baltimore Orioles panned out against Toronto in Game 3 of the series. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Anthony Santander hits a double down the left field line. Gunnar Henderson comes all the way around from first to score. 1-0 Orioles after 1. To the bottom of the third, Ramon Arias. It's carrying and it's gone. A solo shot puts the O's up 2-0. Takeover chime. Arias with an RBI single. Mullins will score safely. 5-1 now. Sir Anthony Dominguez, who the O's just acquired at the trade deadline, gets the save, and Baltimore comes out on top 6-2. A chance for a series win and to stay on top of the AL East takes place today at 12:35 p.m. And make sure you tune in to the Delmarva Sports Network tonight as the Baltimore Orioles low A affiliate in the Delmarva Shorebirds takes on the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. That will be live On DSN, coverage starting at 7 p.m. Reporting at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Kayla Santiago.
And on the Orioles farm tonight, Shorebirds continuing their series at Purdue against Myrtle Beach. Pelicans won in 11 innings last night. You can watch tonight's game on the Delmarva Sports Network. First pitch on DSN just after 7 p.m.
Some entertainment news now. From Garfield to Puss in Boots to internet videos, cats have a perfect place in pop culture. David Daniel has a feline you'll like. Today's cat-tastic. There's so many cat puns in today's Hollywood Minute.
You can't have a cat in here. It's a service cat.
A Quiet Place Day 1 director Michael Sarnowski wasn't sure at first about making a cat such a big part of the film.
The first couple of weeks, you're like, what have I done? This is going to become the thing that, like, this will be the stake in the heart of this movie. That, like, how are we going to be able to, like, do all the stuff we need to do with this cat? And then you realize, you know, you have these incredible animal trainers who are so on top of what these cats are doing. The cats are wonderful. And so, you know, a couple weeks into the movie, you realize, oh, okay, this is how we have to deal with the cats. And they'll do this stuff and they don't want to do this stuff. So we'll adjust a couple little things here and there. And oh, they actually are able to do this thing that I didn't think they could do. Like, let's do that. And it's just, you're kind of just playing to their strengths. And by the end, they're just a part of the team and are doing an amazing job.
A Quiet Place Day 1 is in theaters and on digital platforms.
Your cats love you. But do they respect you? Probably not.
Maybe this will help. Cat Video Fest 2024 is headed to theaters beginning Friday. Billed as the world's #1 cat video festival, it compiles feline film clips from all over, and a portion of ticket sales goes to local cat-focused charities and animal welfare groups. Theater listings and more at catvideofest.com. Pausing to enjoy in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Perfect story there. All right, here's our tidal health cam from Seaford. Seeing a lot of clouds this morning. We've seen a few showers, but it's muggy, and we've got another round of heat on the way to end July and begin August. I'll tell you how hot it gets and if we'll see more rain in the next few days. Your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Have you ever needed some help with selection and design layout in your renovated tile bathroom project, kitchen backsplash, or any other tile project? You don't have to go across the bridge. The professionals at East Coast Tile and Flooring offer the largest selection to assist architects, designers, and homeowners on any size project in all price ranges. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the quality, knowledge, and expertise you need. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
If you're experiencing ringing, humming, or buzzing in your ear, you may have tinnitus.
Tinnitus is a condition that can make it hard to understand speech, relax, or sleep.
If you have any of these symptoms, the first step is getting your hearing tested. The audiologist will be able to diagnose your problem and prescribe you devices that can alleviate your symptoms.
Hearing aids like Signius even offer tinnitus programs that can offset tinnitus noises.
To learn more information about Mast Audiology, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Capstone Homes, Sussex County's locally owned, award-winning design-build custom home builder, bringing dreams to life since 2006, where personalization, luxury, and quality combine to give you the ultimate custom home buying experience. At Capstone, you'll meet with our architectural designer to review your blueprint and make any changes you want. Then you'll customize your home style with our certified interior designer. Connect with our team of custom home experts today at Capstone Homes.
It's now 5:48 on your Wednesday morning. We are going to take a live look now, see what's going on there in Dover. Still pretty quiet there, Bob. Not much going on in Dover, but that'll pick up soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, we had a few storms move to their south a little while ago, Paige, and now those storms are beginning to dry up. But now we're focusing on the heat. It's going to get pretty hot with highs in the 90s, and then you factor in the humidity, and today it's going to feel like 97. You want to use caution out there, and then extreme caution Thursday through Saturday as we see those feels-like temperatures get into the triple digits. 101 on Thursday, 102 Friday, and 101 Saturday, and then not as bad Sunday, but you still want to use caution with a feels-like temperature of 95. Temperatures out the door this morning in the low to mid-70s. A little cooler in Rehoboth at 69, 74 in Georgetown, 72 in Delmarva, and it's very, very muggy, and there is a light southwest breeze. That's not really going to help out much. We had a few showers and storms earlier in Sussex County. It is now dried out. We had a storm around Milford, but that has fizzled out as it's moving into South Jersey, and maybe a little shower across the eastern shore, and storms are moving offshore from Chincoteague to Ocean Pines. You had some storminess earlier, but these will continue to move away as a disturbance is swinging through. And behind it, we are seeing some clearing skies through the I-95 corridor in D.C., and eventually we'll get into that sunshine and the steam and the heat later on. So Futurecast shows the clouds beginning to decrease this morning, and by noon, lots of sunshine, mid-80s inland areas, 78 Fenwick Island, 82 around Bethany Beach, and watch out later on as we go into the afternoon, maybe a spotty shower or storm. Otherwise, yeah, most of us staying dry and hot into the low 90s, and even into this evening, 80s, inland 70s at the beaches, and very mild and muggy overnight. By morning, we're in the 70s, and then I think we'll see more sunshine tomorrow, more heat and humidity. By noon, in the low 90s, and by 3:30, around 93 in Millsboro and Georgetown, 81 Bethany Beach, 85 in Rehoboth, and we still could see a stray shower or storm in the afternoon. Now is briefly cooling us off, but it's going to remain pretty steamy out there. And then Friday, pretty much more of the same. Another scorcher by mid-afternoon, low to mid-90s inland, 70s and 80s at the coast. Looks like the winds do pick up a little bit. Here's our muggy meter. We stay in that very humid range. We get a little break maybe Thursday, and then back into the very humid to miserable range for the weekend, and then a little break next week. And into the weekend, it looks like some tropical moisture gives us a chance of storms, especially in the afternoon and evening hours, but even maybe Sunday morning, we could be looking at some storms as some tropical moisture is coming up from the south, and that could enhance those showers and storms. Paul, they have a 7-day forecast. Here come the 90s the next few days. Looks like the hottest is Thursday at 94, 93 Friday with isolated storms. Scattered storms over the weekend. Does cool down a little bit, and then a little drier and still warm next week, early next week, with highs in the upper 80s.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. There's now been a battle between Delaware and Maryland to determine who makes the best Orange Crush.
All right, Maryland Senator Ben Cardin and Delaware Senator Chris Coons made the drinks with their respective states' recipes.
Okay, I guess it depends, too, how good they made the drink then.
That's a good point, Paige.
Yeah, okay, so Senator Chris Van Hollen and Delaware Senator Tom Carper, they were part of the team of judges as well as some food reporters. After much deliberation, some hearty sips. Matt, you want to read that next line?
Maryland took the prize.
Yeah.
Delaware recently declared, you may recall we did this story, that the Orange Crush is the official state cocktail, but it's believed the popular concoction actually originated in Ocean City back in 1995. As you heard Paige allude to, Delaware and Maryland here between us. Don't know about that one, Paige.
Look at that.
Don't know.
Hey, they have spoken.
Maryland pride.
Maryland pride, baby, it runs deep. All right, coming up next on Coast TV News today, the dreaded return to school. Sorry, kids, right around the corner. What one expert recommends doing now to start preparing your little ones to go back to school.
And we're seeing a lot of clouds right now in our Spicer Brothers camp in Salisbury, 73, maybe a stray shower this morning. Then the heat is on big time as we go through the rest of the week. And for the weekend, a little cooler with some showers and storms. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
Imagine a home that truly reflects your unique style and sophistication. Welcome to Bay to Beach Builders. Step into the brand new Idea Home and Design Studio in Greenwood, where your dream home takes shape. Select every style, every color, and every detail. Our design specialists will guide you through every step. Experience the unmatched quality of Amish craftsmanship, blended seamlessly with modern design. And the best part, our homes are surprisingly affordable, starting at under $200,000. Bay to Beach Builders. Imagine your home. Create your space. Live your life.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel!
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
Did you know after the fourth missed mortgage payment, pre-foreclosure starts and you're headed to auction? This will ruin your credit and make it hard to buy or even rent in the future. To stop the foreclosure, look into a loan modification, file bankruptcy, or call a professional home buyer. You don't have to lose your home, but you do have to act fast. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
As we approach August, for some it's back to school time, the start of a new school year. It can be challenging for some students.
Definitely. Experts say preparing for it now can help, though. Mandy Gaither shows us how to help students transition back into the classroom.
Putting away the bathing suits and packing the book bags may feel different for each student.
It's normal for them to have all kinds of emotions.
Strong for Life licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says as students head back to the classroom, gauge how they're feeling by asking open-ended questions and then simply listen.
We think we need to swoop in and save them from the feeling. But when we say things like, don't worry, it's going to be fine, it doesn't make anybody feel better. It actually makes them feel worse because now they feel like there's something wrong with them. They shouldn't feel that way, and you don't get it.
Baumstein says returning to school can be nerve-wracking for some because of the unknown, so help by filling in the blanks.
So thinking about things like going to meet the teacher night, or going and taking a tour of the school if it's a new space, this is really important because a lot of kids have anxiety about the physical space.
Routines are important for children, so Baumstein says to start getting back into one. If summer bedtimes are different, inch back to where they should be before the first day of school. If there are new school supplies, practice using them so students are comfortable. And she says to keep the conversation going throughout the school year. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's 5:57 now. It's time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day.
And today's Coastal Pet of the Day is this good girl who did such a great job posing for this picture. On your screen, that is Penny Lane, or P-Love. Penny has a human aunt also named Penny, and P-Love enjoys beach trips and treats, and she was submitted to us by Jen in Rehoboth Beach.
Was she named after the human aunt, or was she named after Penny Lane in Rehoboth Beach? That's what I need to know. Yeah. Well, let us know, Jen. I'm curious. And of course, all of you, we want to see your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos and telling us what makes your pet so special.
Scan that QR code at the top of your screen. You can get your furry friend to us, and then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see the pets we feature.
All right, we're going to come up on 5:58. It's time for a quick look at your forecast now before you head out the door.
Yeah, we have a heater in store today, Bob.
Yeah, today and tomorrow and the day after that. Yeah, we have more heat on the way for sure. We're looking at our day part forecast beginning in the 70s with clouds, and the sun comes out and it gets hot. We're looking at temperatures in the low 90s. Feels like temperatures into the mid to upper 90s away from the coast and feeling like 80s at the beaches. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 91 today, up to 94 on Thursday. Mostly sunny skies. Those feels like temperatures in the lower triple digits. 93 Friday, isolated storms. It does cool off a little bit for the weekend with more hit and miss storms, and then temperatures slowly sliding back to near normal next week. Looks like more storms by Thursday and Friday.
Up in our next hour, substation saga, the pushback against Delaware's role in the proposed wind farm project off the Ocean City coast. That story and more when we continue on Coast TV News Today.